I just got my second Ego Power System lawnmower. This is my old one. This is my new one. Find out why I upgraded. As we get started with this, I'm going to compare the old to the new. But I want to make sure you understand this. I bought this 6 years ago, 4/14 of 2018. I have been so daggone happy with it. But it was time to upgrade. And the reason? Very simple. My variable speed here started to get some hiccups. It was intermittent, so I did a little cost analysis. I brought this to the local repair center and got a quote for a new handle, and with the labor, it was about $250. So I said, you know what? I need a new battery anyhow. These both came with 7.5 amp hour, 56 volt technology batteries. So I said, it's time to upgrade. When I priced out the battery and also the cost of repair, but I still just love this. It works fantastic. So this will be a gift for somebody in my neighborhood probably, as not a self-propelled, but just a regular push mower, or I might keep it. In the description, I'll have the model numbers, especially for the new one. And they're really easy to remember because I have them written down. The old one's the LM2135SP. SP for self-propelled, and the new one is the LM2130SP. Hey, in 2018, when I got this, guess what? There were only two choices. If you go on the Ego website now, there are so many daggone choices. They have all these fancy marketing things, select cut and touch drive and all of this. I'll explain it in the video. But when I bought this, I bought it for two reasons. I wanted to eliminate gasoline in my shop, okay? And also, look at the storage here. It stores in such a small, compact frame. And of course, the same here on the new one. Okay, everybody. I haven't done one of these yet, but I thought I'd try it. Let's do a quick unboxing. There it is. Hey, now that the unboxing is done, let me tell you what comes with it, and let me tell you how easy the assembly is. There's none. The only thing you have to do is it comes with this bag, catch bag, and this metal frame here, you just have to attach it with these clips, right? It comes with another rapid charger. It comes with a 7.5 amp hour battery. This is what I call the blocker, so when you're mulching, and not bagging, you stick this in the port, and I'll show you that in a few minutes. This is brand new. This is if you don't want to mulch and you don't want to bag. This is a side shoot for like when you're cutting really tall grass. All right, and over here, cameraman, there is an accessory that comes with it. All right, and I thought, what the heck is this? Come in here so you can see this. All right, this snaps right on, and it's one of my favorite features. I'll show you in a little while what it is. Old, new. The first thing you're gonna see or actually read is called Select Cut. So when I bought this early on, this is the older, see it has a single blade. All right, and I sharpen now 2 or 3 times myself every season. And this blade has held up fantastic. And when I bought it, I wasn't sure how it would mulch because I was used to my Honda gasoline mower that had 2 blades for mulching. Well, guess what? I started collecting. This does mulch, but not the greatest. It leaves some clumps. Aha! Innovation, Select Cut. Come in here, cameraman. You'll see there's 2 blades. You have a top blade that always stays, and you have the blade that's installed as the mulching blade. This does a fantastic job. But it includes, and this is where you get that marketing stuff, Select Cut. It comes with 2 extra blades. This one, it has it right here, bagging lower blade, okay? And that gives you more lift if you're gonna bag all the time. This one is lighter in weight, we'll weigh them, Okay, and this is to get extended run times on that 7.5 amp hour battery. So once again, it comes installed with the mulching blade, but it also works great when you're bagging. So I alternate sometimes bagging and mulching. So I'm just gonna leave this on, but if I go to, in a certain times of the season, I bag everything in every mowing because it's so thick, I'll use the high lift blade. But in the mowings I've had, I've gotten about 60 minutes, a little more runtime with that 7.5 amp hour. If I needed any more, I'll just install this blade, which weighs less. Okay, really quick, changing the blade is pretty simple. This is called a stabilizer hole. You put it in here, whichever way you're taking it off. What I like to do is I always like to put a glove on because I always keep my blades wicked sharp. I take it like this, and the center on the single blade is 14 millimeter or 9/16, and I just take it off just like that. It's really quick, and to turn it back and to get it to tighten up, you just reverse it and just take it like this. Okay, pretty simple. So on the Select Cut, the new mower, there's two reasons you change a blade. One, to sharpen them, or two, to change into the high lift blade or the long runtime blade. But before you do anything on any battery operated mower, make sure you remove the battery. So you have 3 bolts here. You have 2 11/16 or 17 millimeter. Or you have this middle one, which is a 9/16 or 14 millimeter. So I'm gonna use metric, and what you wanna do first is put in this, all right? And then take these 2 outside nuts off. And then you set those nuts aside, and you remove the center nut. Okay, now, when I remove the washer, I want you to notice there's a flat spot on here, okay? And there's a flat spot on the washer. All right, it's self-explanatory because they label these blades perfectly. But I wanted to show you this little hole here on the back. That's where those 2 11/16 bolts go. And you'll see this is kind of a rhomboid here, so you'll see that on the nut. So I took that mulching blade off like that, and it says here, this side is facing the deck. So it's gonna go on like this, and I'll take the other one here like this, and I'll put it on just like this. So that's setting in there like that. All right, now I'm gonna leave this mulching blade on, and that'll say this side facing grass. So I'm gonna put that back on like this, and just make sure that those bolts stay in that rhomboid, just like that. And they do. And I just go through the process of putting this washer on again, just like that. Getting this nut in here like this. We can torque them afterwards, but I just want to get the whole process going just like this, and just start these 11/16 nuts. Hey, hopefully that was a decent explanation of the Select Cut system. It's a 4-blade system. Let's get mowing. Okay, so basic setups. When you wake up in the morning, you're getting ready to mow. This is basically the same, old versus new. I'm gonna grab the new. See this little lever here? You take it like here, and you bring it here all the way. You come over and you unlatch these, and you pull it all the way out. Now, make sure you pull it all the way out and lock it in. I'm basically ready to go. So I'm on the older model, and I was going by these numbers here for the different heights to set my mower at. There's certain parts of the lawn I'll go down to 2 or 3, and other parts I go 4, depending also on the season. And it was always that easy, right? But this has settings the new one, 1 through 8. So I was setting it naturally at 4, and boy, it was a lot lower than I thought. So that's something you'll have to experiment if you're upgrading. But boy, I pretty much leave it around 5 to get started. And look how easy that is. Also, you'll notice something. I never thought I needed this, but every once in a while, see the old one? The handle is here. There's a new handle here. That's a lot easier to grip. Just little things. So we're gonna mulch first. And it's pretty simple. We're gonna put this in there so it doesn't come out this port right here, and this just fits in just like that. We're ready to go. I know sometimes it's the little things when innovations are done, but this made a big difference to me. When you put the battery in, look how easy it is. This is the old one, okay? And it goes in straight 90 degrees. And then you pop it out and you take it out. Now, there was a little bit of a wrestle there. Over here on the new one, follow me with this. The first time I lifted this up and slid it in, I go, the old one was wicked easy. This is double wicked easy. Okay, right here, it's the LED on and off. It's also on the old one. Who cares? I never use it. Okay, so this is the fork in the road. It's the new variable speed, but it's also getting used to new ergonomics. This is how I would always start it up. I'd press here, hold here, adjust my variable speed here, and then run it here. Okay, and I got used to it because I was holding it here and pulling up with my hand here. I'd let go and the self-propelled would stop. I had to get used to the new system. Okay, so look at all of this stuff here. What the heck's going on? Especially right here. This is what is known as the touch drive system. Same thing. You press this, you pull this. The motor's running, and you can notice it's really quiet. All right, here's my variable speed. I had to get used to, instead of going like this and pulling, going here with my hand, all right? But the adjustment is right here for variable speed. So as I'm cutting, I can adjust this, just like this, and get it exactly where I want it. So the nice thing, as I'm cutting and mulching, I can adjust this for different terrains, and it's effortless. But once again, I had to get used to pressing here instead of pulling. So when I was talking about height earlier, I wanted to show you the cut. I have them both in mulching mode. I did 2 swipes up and back on this lawn, and you could see the quality of cut. I have them both set at 4. Remember what I said? Hey, you got to look at the heights and adjust. So you see, this is the new one. Hopefully this is going to come through in the camera. And here's the old cut, and I'm mulching with the single blade, and it just doesn't seem. But I was always happy with it, but it just seems like this new mower is cutting so much more efficiently. Okay, so heavier or taller grass, let's switch out. This is new. On the new one, we'll switch out the mulching, and we'll take this, and you'll see right here, this little tab, and this is the side chute. It fits right in here, okay? Seats in properly, and then this cap holds it in place. So let's try this out. So as we're doing this with the side chute, I always like to drop the clippings right off to the side that I've already mowed. And you'll see it coming out. This looks pretty cool, especially in the springtime when I got really, really heavy, tall grass. Okay, putting the bag in is quite similar. I'm gonna take out the mulching bypass, and you have these 2 hooks right here. They go right here. So what I like to do is reach in from this side and set it right in. So there you go, and that's my bag, baby. All right, so here is one of my top features. When I mow the lawn, I put on my Joe Rogan podcast, and on the old one, I used to go like this. Pick my podcast and put it in my pocket. And by bumping and grinding, it would change. What's really nice, come over here and see this. I have it set. I can open it up, and that's what this pouch is for. I stick that in there, and I'm always in range of my podcast and my AirPods. That is a wicked cool feature. I sure hope that this video will help you make a decision in upgrading. We have no affiliation with Ego at all. I just wanted to talk about something I really am passionate about, my lawnmower. Lawn care for me is my zen. I'm a woodworker. But I wanted to point out why I went from the old to the new. Hopefully I described select cut properly, and I believe it's called touch drive. But all the little things, from the angle the battery goes in to my cell phone holder so I can listen as I mow, like I said, it's my zen. So, as we always say from the SedgeTool shop, be positive, stay sharp, and we mean wicked sharp.